I know John from Twitter.
Maybe from Vincent?
Perhaps, yeah. So I saw the name,
Awesome.
and I've been watching a few blabs here and there, and I just wanted to pop in from Canada and say hello.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah, you should definitely check out the forum. That's how Bill and I connected and stuff. It's a great community, and probably a lot of folks that will be jumping on here will be coming from there.
It's great.
But welcome, though.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Who else is coming on?
We got to give Bill some props for his birthday.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's not nice. Where are you both from?
I live in Silicon Valley. I just right outside of San Jose.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just a little east of LA, down south here. And which part of Canada did you say you were from, Leslie?
I'm not far from Toronto.
Oh, okay, nice.
Everybody knows where Toronto is, so that's what I usually usually people understand that.
So I spent a decade in Buffalo, New York 1 year.
Ooh. It's cold there. It's colder there than where I live.
Yeah, we used to visit Toronto every now and then just to get away from the cold. We used to go north to get warm.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, it's hard to believe, isn't it? So how many blabs have you done? Can I ask that? Have you done very many? You've been on for very long?
Are you asking Bill or?
Either one of you.
No, that's my first time.
I've been blogging for a while, but not nearly as long as Bill has.
Blab, I think. No?
Blab.
Oh, Blab, sorry. Blab is pretty new to me. This is maybe my fourth or fifth one and stuff.
What about you, Bill?
Nope, never tried Blab before. There's so many
really?
you can do online that I thought, I don't want to do another one, but then John invited me in, so here I am.
Yeah, for me, what I like about it is the aspect that I feel it's more integrated with Twitter and stuff like that. The other stuff, I use Hangouts all the time, and that's great and everything. But the thing is, people have to kind of usually figure it out, or and it's funny because it's both. You click on a link and stuff, but I think for whatever reason, it's just maybe just the interface and stuff is kind of simpler, and it's definitely easy to set up.
There's a good variety of topics. I've seen everything from a cooking show to a, current events to a lot of social media shows.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to just be more and one of my ideas is actually to do a cooking, not so much a show, but a cooking meeting. You ever see that show called Dinner at 5 or Dinner Party at 5? It was basically where they would do interviews with a group of other actors and stuff like that, and they just would talk, and it just was shot from different angles. And I feel like you could do something like that for this with entrepreneurs or that they're cooking and stuff. And I feel like it's kind of like this virtual dinner party then you can have and stuff. It'd be kind of a cool thing to do, I think. So that's probably the next thing I'm gonna one of those pet projects I'm thinking of. So tell me, Liz, I understand you do VA work. Is that correct? By your name or?
No, no.
Oh, really?
No, I help people. I help people build their online presence. So
okay.
I just happen to work virtually a lot of times because my clients are all over North America and have a couple of Europe as well.
Nice.
My last name is Vanderwell. The name of my business is Virtuel, and I've been doing this for a long time. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill's forum is primarily different folks that are content marketers, and a lot of bloggers. Some folks like Steve, who may jump on here, he does websites and online marketing, and then content marketing is just one aspect of what they do and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, Bill, what's called? So, what's it feel like to be another day older?
It feels the same as it did yesterday when I was a day older than the day before.
Good answer.
Yeah. You know what happens when you turn 61?
What's that?
Nothing. It's just another day. It's like when you're doing blogging. When you blog a lot and suddenly you get 1,000 people, you get 100,000 people, and then you get 1,000,000 people. You know what happens when you get 1,000,000 people come to your blog? Nothing. It's just another number.
Yep. But what would you tell yourself that like the 30-year-old version of Bill that like of what you know now?
Wow, that's a good question. When I was 30 years old, I thought 60 was really old.
Right.
And now I'm 60, and it is really old. I was right. But I don't feel as old as I thought I would feel when I got this old.
It's funny that way, I think.
Yeah, I feel like I should feel older than I do, but I don't.
I've always believed that like one of the things that keeps you young is the desire to learn and then curiosity. I think when you have that you know you don't take anything for granted. You don't think that like, oh, I've seen it all and stuff like that. Then that keeps you young. That's my belief and stuff like that. Because I personally I have this curiosity that like I just feel like it's almost insatiable. I mean, you know, like there's some things I just different times don't feel a need to know and stuff like that. But otherwise, you know, I feel like that's one of the things that keeps me young personally.
Right. Well, yep. I'll tell you what'll keep you young is a 7-year-old.
Oh.
Yeah, my daughter's 7 years old, so I better stay young or she'll be growing up without a dad. So come here, doggy.
I would have to say that's true. My mom is 80. She's not watching, but she's 8. She'd kill me. I'm telling her age. But she's 80, and she sends me apps from her iPhone.
There's
she's my iPad, and she's a Mac computer, and she knows what's going on. She's on Facebook, and she's not on Twitter or Blab yet, but you never know.
I think my dad, it's actually about that age, he's finally mastered single click and double click.
Oh, really?
Took a while, though.
I had to get my mom an iPhone because she was with her BlackBerry and she was going like this to it. And it wasn't a touch screen. But she was used to her iPad that, you know. So she...
Well, we got a couple other people who joined, and I don't even know who they are. I wonder why they're here. They're just probably curious.
Just here to say hi, Bill, and wish you happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And we're checking out Blab, really, aren't we? Is that not part of this?
Yep. So, Leslie, what do you do on Blab?
Well, I'm just curious about Blab, and I've been watching a few shows this week. That was one of my goals this week, to watch a few, to see what happens when you're on Blab, what happens afterwards as far as connectivity goes, what kind of people are on it. So I've watched a number of different shows to just learn the technology, the etiquette. Some are really well done because they've been on the air for a long time, and their shows are quite organized and streamlined, and then others are really freestyle. So I'm trying to watch a number of them. I think it's a great platform. It's beta. It's got a little bit of growing up to do, I think. And
can it be recorded? Is it being recorded?
Yeah, I'm actually recording it right now, and that's actually was a innovation that like somebody one day said, hey, I'll start using Blab once they allow you to record to YouTube and stuff, and then within a day they changed it. They added that into the beta and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So these guys are really on top of it. They are really like when you say something, they are listening. Like kind of that's how much they're involved with the whole thing and stuff like that.
And so it gets automatically uploaded to YouTube?
Yeah, so what's called
they send I've done afterwards, right, John? Don't they?
Sorry?
You get a recording afterwards, right?
Yeah, you get a recorded copy and stuff. And I think you also get the option of uploading to YouTube at the same time and stuff like that. And that was just something that was just added. the recording thing I think was before, but then just adding that one little bit, because really like it's only one more step and everything. But the thing is though, these guys, like I said, because they're really listening to the users, somebody said, like that was like one reason why they still use Hangouts and stuff, and within a day or so they made that change. So these guys, they're onto it. They are on it.
And the technology hasn't seemed to have too many glitches. I was just
No,
on one show where the little props, the little hands on the bottom didn't show up for somebody, and one of the seats went missing. But it seems to be working pretty smoothly.
Yeah, I feel like it's not as glitchy as Google Hangouts, as over-engineered, or like kind of that Hangouts are and stuff like that. That's what's funny, like because Google Hangouts has probably some of the best engineers in the world, and yet it's glitchy.
The other day when Skype didn't work, we did not.
Yeah.
I was logging onto Skype trying to get Skype to work. I had a call coming up, and I thought I rebooted my computer. I did all these things, and then realized, it's not just me; it's everybody or a lot of people.
Right.
And I had to use Hangouts, and Hangouts was just terrible. It was all
It's amazing.
I thought, it's probably overloaded.
Yeah, I mean, right. Probably a lot of people that were using Skype all of a sudden they jumped on there. Yeah. Absolutely.
You got too many smart people in the same room. That's what the problem is with Hangouts.
Oh.
Well, if you got a few smart people, they can figure it out. You put too many smart people. The Chinese say too many captains will take a ship up a mountain.
Right, because everybody's got ideas of what's the best solution and stuff.
Right. And it gets bloated, it gets over-engineered, it gets heavy and clunky, and that's kind of what happens with Google Hangouts.
I wonder how many of I don't know if you're familiar with Sun Micro, Bill, but I found that was the way they kind of had this kind of pretty flat, kind of hierarchy and stuff like that, and that's the way they ran things. It was kind of everyone could bring their ideas and stuff, but the problem is, like you said, there were so many ideas that a lot of times stuff was always stuck in committee, and I'm wondering after Sunlight has kind of gone away, how many of those people just ended up in Google? I mean, they got to go somewhere, right, to work. So
yep. Wow, so you have to give an email to join Blab. Email is the new username. No matter what you do, somebody's going to grab your email.
Well, I think you can also use your Twitter handle, right?
No, but I give my Twitter name, and they had to do email as well.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I'm over here exploring it while you're talking. So
okay.
It looks like Bill's trying to figure something out behind him with all those white boards with.
Well, it's stuck to my wall. It's like poster board paper. Mm-hmm. And so I had a meeting the other day. Somebody came over, and instead of writing on the wall, my wife doesn't like when I do that. We decided to put poster board paper up. But what I did was I went out and bought some, I don't know what it's called. It's a paint that works like whiteboard. You can paint a wall with the whiteboard texture.
I've seen that.
Huh.
And that way you can write on your walls and you can wipe it off when you're done. I just haven't had time to do that yet.
There's chalkboard paint now too, right? You can use chalkboard paint. Yep. Turns everything off.
So I'm going to paint my walls whiteboard white here pretty soon. I see somebody I know here. Eileen Smith.
Can't hear anything.
Can't hear anything?
Somebody on the side can't hear anything.
Yeah, Carvalon. Try refreshing.
That's Johnner. He's in Portugal. He's one of the forum members.
Sometimes if things aren't working, try refreshing. That's what I found works pretty well.
But he can't hear anything, so let's type that in for him.
Oh, right.
Unless they can read lips.
Hello, John. He's in Portugal.
Nice.
Yeah, that's like middle of the night or something right now. Well, this is kind of cool. This is how many people can you put on here, and what happens?
We're limited for this, so that's one key difference between Hangouts and this, though. But I guess it's probably just mostly for their bandwidth, and maybe it'll just ultimately be their thing and stuff like that. It's the 4, which really I find for most even Hangouts where we're kind of had what would seem like the most stuff. 4 or 5 was pretty much the most useful limit, I guess, if you will. Like kind of after you start getting more than 5 people, it's really hard to kind of have a kind of good conversation, I find.
I've noticed that on some Blabs, the moderator or the host of the Blab, whatever that person is called, I don't know what that person's called, will sometimes just bring people in and then kick them back out, depending on what the format is. Just ask them questions. So they have guests, essentially.
Right.
And then other Blabs are just a little bit more relaxed, and people just jump on and jump off. And some of them are way too relaxed. I was on one today, and the person said, "I have to go have a shower now." It's like, really? Did we need to know that? Everybody went, did we need to know that? Too much information on the chat. It's like people don't maybe forget that other people are watching and they think it's a private conversation.
Right.
And it's not, somebody's blowing their nose and,
I mean, like, what's interesting too is that like there's some folks like there's this one gal I was watching, that was her thing. It was like it's very, very casual. It's all about like kind of like basically like you feel like you're on one of those party lines or whatever, stuff like that. And they kind of do like kind of stuff is a little bit more risque and like so in other words that's her thing and stuff like that. And really like that's the audience that
this was a tech conversation, so I didn't get that feel that it was
right. So right. Like in that context, it's like it didn't make any sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, everybody wrote at the same time.
Right.
So matching the style would probably be something to think about before you jump on. So we were just going to say happy birthday here, and were we going to discuss anything else today, or just kind of hope that Bill has a wonderful evening?
Well, Bill, what would you say like is the thing that you most wish for in the coming year and stuff?
I wish I could live long enough to see my daughter's 60th birthday.
Your daughter's 7.
Yeah, I'm serious. We had a little bit late there, so she's if I had one, we had when I was 54. So if I make it to her 60th birthday, that's another 53. I'll make it to 114.
Okay, I didn't hear the 60th part. Got it.
Well, I want to live long enough to celebrate 60 birthdays with her. Yes. That'll be fun.
Well,
we never know what medical technology is going to do.
That's the thing, though. Yeah, like, there's such a rate of an acceleration right now of technology that, like, one of the books that I've found really influential on that, like, kind of, like, I'd say before it was all about Moore's law, right? But now there's this new kind of shift, if you will, that's like kind of exponential in terms of the rate of change and stuff like that. And medical technology is one of those areas that they've been really looking at, is that like it's hitting this real curve and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it's just timing, right? Like kind of, I hate to say it, but some of the folks that have been kind of passed away over recent years and stuff like that, if they had made it to this point that's coming and stuff like that, then I have this feeling that like we're all coming up on that, like this thing where like it won't be so weird to be 100-something years, and that what's now considered unusual, it's going to change in that certain, and where exactly that curve of course is like kind of hard to say, but it's, if you look at some of the different changes that's happening, right, like everything from the robotics to like kind of nanotechnology, stuff like that, it's stuff that like now they're finding ways of adapting it to just medical care that, like, again, it just wasn't available before, but we're on that cusp, that's for sure. Yeah, sorry, John Gale, looks like you're getting poor signal, and so may not be able to kind of come through, unfortunately.
Is Blab set up for overseas?
I think it all depends on what kind of signal you get. I mean, that's the bottom line of all this stuff.
I was on with somebody from Australia and the UK, so yeah.
Yeah, it's just the quality of connection. That's all the I think the big limitation nowadays for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
I have seen some weird messages sometimes when I've used it on Firefox, that like if I'm at certain networks with Firefox, it'll say things like that there's some kind of firewall or some kind of message like that, whatever. But then even if I'm using the same network, on Chrome, it doesn't have that message. So something about the way Firefox interacts with Blab.
Use Chrome. That Chrome would be the best to use.
Yeah, that's been what I found too and stuff.
That's what I'm using right now.
Right.
And I have a lot of windows open.
Oh, uh-oh.
All right, well, I don't know how long we should wait. I got this sick little girl here.
Yeah.
And her temperature, I'm going to go back and give her some medicine, fever medicine and all that stuff. I might have to go back to the doctor today. That would be a bummer.
Well, we hope
definitely,
you're feeling better, and we hope
Yeah.
You're going to get a cake tonight or something, Bill?
No cake. I haven't eaten a piece of cake in about 8 months.
Okay.
Huh.
Earlier this year, March, I decided I'm going to lose weight. I was tired of being a fat old man. I lost 45 pounds in the last 6 months. So now instead of being a fat old man, I'm just an old man. So. But I cut out processed sugar and white carbs.
That's a good idea.
Awesome.
Okay, there's Don in Southern California just logged in.
Okay, John. Sorry, I'm gonna boot you there and let Don jump on if he'd like. Don, if you want to jump on, we have an open seat. Oh, there we go. There you go, Don.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Don.
Oh, I know that face.
What's going on? How's it going? How's it really going? Happy birthday.
To me.
That's right, to me. Hello, me. John, you and
When's your
I are in basically the same zip code, as I remember, correct?
No, I'm in another 6. I'm in the 6s. You're throwing the 4.
No, you're Bill. I'm talking John.
Oh,
me.
John. Yeah, John. Yeah, he's.
Aren't you?
I'm
Irvine or something?
Rancho Cucamonga, so not too far from you.
All right, I'm gonna go to Portola sometime, get a cup of coffee. Let's you and I get together and say hi.
Sounds good.
Hey, John, did you see Don's announcement about the content marketing meetup he's got coming up here in about a week?
Yeah.
So something about that. Yeah.
Yep.
That's right there.
Awesome.
I thought as soon as he put that up there, John probably should be there.
Yeah,
He's
sure.
not that far.
He's invited. You're invited. You're welcome.
Alrighty. Awesome.
Yeah, very good. So we can do what, a maximum of 4 by video at one time?
If you need,
Sorry?
if you need to boot me off, I can go if there's somebody else that wants.
Yeah, you don't know us from Adam. We know as much about you as you know about us. But thanks for dropping by and saying happy birthday. That was real kind of you.
Yeah, nice to meet you in person there, or somewhat.
Bye now.
Bye.
It's been not long enough, Leslie.
Nice to meet you, Don.
All right, be well.
Cheers.
So we can do a maximum of 4, I guess, right, on Blab?
Yeah.
Or by video, and everybody else is what, by chat only, no audio?
Right. It's kind of like, it's a little bit more interactive than Hangouts and stuff, but looks like John Gale's trying again. Let's see if he...
John, do it. I hear background noises.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the problem is the signal where he's at and stuff.
John.
Well, he doesn't have a camera hooked up, he said.
John's on a cell phone trying to get in.
But it's also like saying like it's a poor internet signal. That's the message I keep getting though. Like I don't know if you guys see it, but I see the message that says that his signal's.
Yeah,
I do indeed, sir.
Okay.
Definitely see the signal.
Okay.
The message. Yeah, no, he's trying to get in. He's got 3G trying to get in. No, I can't do it from your phone. Sorry.
Well, I hate to leave this party since Don just showed up, but
What?
I've got a call I got to make, and I got a little girl who's really sick here. So
I took a bath today and everything.
you don't see what I see. You forgot to put your shirt back on.
Well, you know how it goes.
I don't know how it goes. I don't want to know how it goes.
Very good.
So anyway, you two guys should hook up. I'm totally tempted to drive down to Irvine, but I thought it was an all-day event. If it's an all-day event, I was going to come.
Well, the all-day event is the next month. It's that Saturday in October. That's the one.
Yeah, but that's too far for a 2-hour event. It's 6 hours one way and 6 hours
too
back.
far. Yeah, and we'll probably record it. So.
Well, you and I are going to have to do something just for me sometime.
I'm down. I'm ready for that.
I'm up. All right, sorry, guys. John. Thanks for putting this up
Sure
there.
thing.
If
Happy
it says
birthday, Bill.
anything mean, let me know.
Alrighty. Well, thanks
we'll see you.
everybody who's stopped by and watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Do it again soon, you guys.